Uh, Hello everyone. We're we're back at it. I swapped over my hotkeys and also made sure my camera was big enough. In terms of like, I think whatever. You, who cares? I don't need to explain anything. Okay, so let's see. Delete icon shifts. Who cares about that? Because who cares? We're moving towards a different model altogether. So what else do we have to do? I want a three dot menu for images that allows for downloading and deletion. There we go. Oh, there we go. Why not? There we go. Jeez. Not a big fan of Jira's interface. Okay. Well, whatever. So let us get on it. My hair is a mess. Ugh. Okay. Maybe I'll just deal without the hat for right now. Oh. All right. So, this is giving like Midwest farmer's wife slash like lesbian vibes. I'm into it. Into it. Okay. So, three dot menu. Let's build a three dot menu. We need a new component, not a new folder, new file. Three dot menu dot JS. Some of you might ask why I am using arrow functions for everything and not just the keyword function. It's because I didn't put any thought into it and it doesn't matter to me. So just get that out of the way. Okay, so create element div, and then we'll give it a class name. Oops. Okay, and then let's see. Inside of this three dot menu, needs two buttons. So const button one would be download equals document dot create element button, and then delete. Just a moment. Okay, good to go. All right, so delete. Why can't? Oh, okay. There we go. Oh, wait. Was I reading that correctly? Is not allowed as a variable name. Okay. So I was reading that correctly. Okay. Dot. Oh, why am I redeclaring? Dot text content equals download. You know, we'll probably end up replacing these with like icons at some point. But, you know, we'll get to it. Oh, maybe having explicit verbiage saying delete and download is preferable. Okay. Now, I'll just type it out again. All the high school kids are getting off school. Those hoodlums. I'm not even old, but like, get off my lawn. I don't own a lawn. I rent a lawn, so it's not really my lawn. All right. Delete. Okay. And then what we should also do. Also, I hope this mic's working out. I listened to it a little bit. Sounds like I'm echoing slightly. You know what I need? One of those like clamp mounts for a microphone. Right now I just have don't mind the mess. Like an actual mic stand. I think it's actually, you know what it's actually for? I'm pretty sure it's for a bass drum, I believe. Is what I bought it as. But take what you can work with. But yeah, I think I just need one of those like claw mounts, and then I can, yeah, do one of those. Like bring it down, and I can talk into it more above me than like to the side. Also, generally, just the mess in the background. Don't worry about it. A lot of it's just clutter, like tools and whatnot. Also, my wife has a doll, or it's our doll. What's her name? Kissy Face, I believe. So, I wouldn't worry too much about what's going on in the background, though. Let's see. So, why was I talking about any of that? Oh, what we need to do is we need a confirmation. Create confirmation menu for deletion. Oh, I don't need to do that. And likely we'll want a toast for downloading too. So we'll do that in a sec. Okay, so we have our basic 3-dot menu. We got some elements here. We need to add some event handlers. So download button dot add event listener. Click. I keep bringing in like the event. I don't care about the details of a click event. I just care that it happened. So. How do I initiate a download? Let's try Google. Let's try it. JS, save file. To browser. Like, how do we handle downloads like everybody else handles downloads? No. No. I don't want someone's blog. I don't want LogRocket. Ugh, dude. This verbiage here, can I zoom in? Okay, so I'm looking at the Stack Overflow post. Download file to specific directory, JavaScript. Now, okay, a somewhat intermediate, well, my job title's senior, so let's go with that. Senior engineer. I know. I consider security risks. Don't chastise me. But it's just annoying. Like, this is why I don't use the web anymore. Is like, Download file to specific directory. Using JS, this cannot be done. If you're trying to download a file to a specific destination in the drive, it is not possible. This poses a huge security risk. If blah blah blah, it's like, I understand the lecturing, but I have been programming for 11, almost 12 years. Okay, like, every time I go to Stack Overflow, it feels like I have to read someone's lecture. And I mean lecture less in the academic sense and more in like your mom chewing you out kind of way than actually like getting the answer to my question. And this is why I keep using AI, unfortunately. Just a sec. I'm gonna grab some snacks or something maybe. All that whining got me hungry. No snacks. I might get some snacks later. Okay, let's yeah, right. I was whining about Stack Overflow. So what I want to achieve here is actually downloading a damn file. In many websites, one can find the ability to download, for example, an image or video. Since it is largely a security consideration to disallow JS to directly save files. And 10. How would one go about securely allowing a user to download a file? This right here is like, I mean, like, if we go click on the Stack Overflow post, they might have an answer for us. No, they don't. The only way to download is the user doing it. Otherwise, downloads may be browser. Yeah. So they don't like answer the question. They just lecture you, telling them about like the basics of how to use a frickin'. You know what I think sometimes happens is Stack Overflow has this whole reputation system, and people will go out of their way to provide technically accurate, technically true, technically on topic answers for the sake of increasing reputation and less so for the sake of actually like engaging with the question. And it's kind of annoying. Like, if they had provided, I don't know, some resource to go look at or something, you know? Yeah, anyway. You're right. Browsers prevent, yep. Hey, look, there's a file name attribute associated with an anchor link. He could have mentioned that, right? Okay, and they even mention serving it through a back-end endpoint, which kind of makes sense to me. Okay, so what do we have here? We have download image file name. If not file name, or file name includes a relative path, I guess that makes sense. Say nope, otherwise download. That's like not a bad idea, right? And that's why I just am so. I'm unfortunate in being old enough to remember the early internet, for better or for worse, right? And it's just really kind of obnoxious the way the modern web is set up, in my opinion. Everything I say is in my opinion, so I don't know why I specified in my opinion. Um, you know what? Gosh dang it, I am gonna get a snack. So, hold on just a sec, and then we'll go ahead and implement the back end route. I'm trying to eat more vegetables. I eat a good amount. I'm relatively healthy. Drink too much beer though, but um I feel better when I get some like fresh vegetables in me. Made a bomb ass chicken not noodle. I threw wild rice in there, but chicken soup. Before I got into programming, I did cooking. Worked in a restaurant, like a nicer restaurant, not like Burger King or something, but carried that love of cooking with me. The trick when you're cooking up your veggies for a chicken soup, throw a little Dijon mustard in there. Maybe a little white wine vinegar to deglaze the pan. So let's tick it. Anyway, I got a cracker. I just ate a bunch of veggies. My dog's coughing something. You okay? Good boy. All right. If you're curious, there's my little guy. Ignore again the mess. I'm very much reorganizing in here. That's kind of a lie. It's been ongoing for a little while now. All right. Okay. Cool. Let's implement that back end. Radical. So this is a pretty easy idea, right? I guess I didn't realize that. You know, let's go look at let's go look at the API for this. Because like while Claude has been pretty reasonably decent, you know, I want to make sure that everything's cool. The response.download function transfers the file at the path as an attachment. Typically, browsers will prompt the user to download. Cool. We'll see how that looks like. Okay, cool. It's been confirmed. You know what's really annoying? Is I am not a big fan of Chrome, but Chrome has decent like dev tools, specifically around. Dang it, my Chromium is like freezing up on me. No. Oh, I think Chrome crashed my poor little laptop. As I was saying, I'm not the biggest fan of Chrome. It's just really resource intensive, you know, and Yeah. So. But yeah, it specifically, as I was saying, around this empty cache and hard reload feature is pretty nice. I don't think Firefox has that, or I'm not aware of it if they do. So I tend to use Chrome for development and Firefox for personal use. So just throwing that out there. So anyway, hence my lack of ad block. Chrome removed uBlock. So, and I'm on Chromium, not Chrome. So I'm not sure how well extensions work. Okay, let's implement this then. Okay. So we actually need to make a fetch call then. So fetch asset. I'll just do a quick implementation of this and see what it looks like. So sure, here's good. App.get let's do download image. And actually, yeah, no, we need to specify the asset type, which we'll do we need to specify in our front end when we're making the call whether it's image, video, audio, so we know what directory to download it from. And then file name. And we still need to implement next in some of these. For like error handling and stuff. Okay, so we'll do a try catch here. Speaking of. Okay, so right, they get the file name from request.params. I'm trying to memorize this, right? Express is something I've cobbled together some simple Express servers in the back end, but it was usually for a very specific purpose, not like building out a full kind of back end service. Anyway, const file path equals name plus, they use a path.join, but you'll notice that we almost never do that. So actually, there we go. Oh, and we should do a resource name where just for consistency. Okay, so they have a couple checks, so we'll do the same thing. If not file, or if not resource name, or resource name dot includes a relative path, we'll return a 400. Return rest dot status 400 dot send. That's what it is. Okay. Otherwise, okay, so this one's new. So it's response dot response dot download file path file name resource name. And they have a condition for error here. So if error, yeah, 404. Okay. And then yeah. So here in Claude, it's like you can set the location, but we're going to be using fetch as it mentions we can do. So let's give it a go. So where is our 3-dot menu? What was the path? It was like download images, and then we need like a resource name as we implement this, which we could pass from, I'm sure, somewhere. This needs to be a formatted string. Yeah, you know what's annoying is at work they have me working off a MacBook, so I'm like constantly reaching for the Alt key because it's the Command key on Mac, and so I come back to Linux, and it's just Control. I'm just thrown off. I actually don't mind it. You can kind of just position your thumb really easily, or I can. So it's actually not too bad. I know some people are not a big fan of it, but I've been working off this MacBook for like 5 years or something. I mean, that's kind of all we need, right? Because like if we look not in root, where is it? I really think we just need the fetch. Dot then. Ah, I'm missing I was missing a comma there. Okay. I mean, what else do we need here? Nothing. And then the delete icon. Let's port this over to connections. Oops. And I think we just want to do another one of those returns. Return. We'll take in resource type and resource name. Let's be consistent. Oh. Well, yeah, I also spelt it wrong. Okay, awesome. Just texting back my wife. Okay. So delete image. Amazing. Let's go back to 3-dot menu. And we'll do delete button next. That add event listener. Click. I think that was it, right? It was like resource type then name. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Okay. Bring in create toast. And so this will represent the element, which... Okay, so we need to think about this a little bit. To do. We need to close the overlay and remove the full size image. We need to remove the thumbnail. We need to add a confirmation message. And that'll be kind of the completion, I think, of our goals for this. It always makes me nervous to prototype so much and like not test any of it. And we're at 32 minutes already. All right. Bio break and then likely back at it. I might read my book for a little bit though. I like reading. I own many book. So anyway, be right back. Or not. Okay, let's see what I can get done in like 10 minutes or so, or whenever I get bored with this. That's the key, in my opinion. You know, sometimes I see newbie programmers, like I'm on the Learn Programming sub on Reddit. And sometimes I see posts like, how do you program for 8 hours a day? And I'm like, oh, God. Whoa. I mean, some people do it. Some people really do. I've never been one of those people. And if you're not one of those people, I think you're just going to ruin your experience by forcing yourself to do things. Like, for example, I read a lot of books. Sometimes I'll sit there and read for 2-3 hours. Sometimes I'll read for 20 minutes. I've read a lot of books. You know? You just gotta, like, go with what feels comfortable to you and take things, like, at your own pace. And in terms of, like, professional experience, there's never been a day... Like, there's been days where I've, like, worked a good 10 hours or so, and I'm salaried, so, you know, overtime goes out the window. But, I have not, like, straight coded for 8 hours. There's usually meetings, documentation, emails, discussion. Sometimes I just stare at a wall for 10 minutes thinking about something. You know, it's typically never just a solid block of programming. And so I like approaching things until I get bored because, if I force myself to do it too much, a lot of it's just like doing it for some amount of time, no matter how much time that is. And I apply that to a lot of things in my life, like chores. Don't look at this room. The rest of my house is like pretty tidy, but or tidy enough, But do dishes for 10 minutes, vacuum for a few minutes, do a little bit of laundry. I just find for myself I can approach things if I kind of just segment chunks. But other people are like planners, I like to just do things on a whim, follow the dopamine, so to speak. And that's how I go about actually achieving things. Okay. Like, for example, I work in code bases much larger than this one. And have memorized a good chunk of them because, you work in so many areas. Anyway. Okay, so what do we need to do? Let's, I don't have an icon for this. And actually, this should maybe be a button. And we can say container.textContent equals, we'll literally just put 3 dots for right now. And then come back to it with an actual icon. Okay, so we need to go to our full-sized image, wherever that's at. Here we go. And then, I like how with this, we had to kind of hijack the container, so it gets a little weird. So maybe I'll port this logic over at some point, but for now it's not too big of a deal. Okay, so image.click, we click the image, and then we create a full-sized image, we append it to the container. But maybe, actually, let's go look at the site really quick. So, if we inspect this, the full-sized image container is pretty big. I want this, where do I want the 3-dot menu? Right here? Maybe top right. Likely, maybe I'll have to build another container around this. Which I think is maybe the easiest way to do this. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm on the right screen. I am. Okay, so const full-sized image, inner container equals a new div, and then okay, and then we'll actually append this to the inner container, and we'll append this to the outer container. So first, let's just get our 3-dot menu in there. So const 3-dot menu equals 3-dot menu, and the elements will pass in the full-sized image for now, but there's the URL. Oh, actually file name, right? Resource name. Okay. Let's see what happens here. It's hard refresh. Ooh, empty cache and hard reload. And then oh, you know, I did something totally wrong here, huh? And also the full-sized image is not in my inspector. So what are we doing in this three-dot menu to remove that element? It's only when we click the delete button. Oh, I didn't append the image for some reason. Okay, there we go. So it should appear this time. Yep, it totally screws everything up, but it does appear. And let's try download. Ooh, error. Get download. Okay. So it's saying not found. So let's figure that out really quick. Server.js. So if not resource name. Oh, no, we got a 404. So the file path is off. Why? Media, images, and then JPEG. But I think the problem is that we're saving the same image over and over. And so maybe let's print this error. And let me refresh over yonder, and the error should appear. Okay. Error not found. Great. So wait. Pass in the file path. So what's the file path here? Oh, oops. I accidentally deleted it instead of downloading. Here, let's try again. Okay. It's not console logging the file path. Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, no, it's not. Here. Console.log file path. Oh, you know, I also have to reboot the server. So, or maybe I didn't actually. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, you know, we screwed up the resource name. And it automatically caught the error. Oh. Which, for Express, would be not found. I believe. Or at least that makes sense to me. So, let me hard reload over here. And, you know, I'm just going to reboot the server, and then let's try download this time. Resource name should be available, though. I'm not even getting these console logs. Oh, and you know what? Oh, goodness. I'm looking at... No wonder. Okay, maybe I do need to give this up soon because I'm getting a little tired. That was the front end server. Oh, and we're also like repeatedly adding. So why is download not working? And who is messaging me? Okay. Well, it's like this isn't even being hit. So what's our deal? What's our deal? 3-dot menu. Download images resource name. Is that not what we named our thing? Is it download image? It is. No wonder. We're not even hitting the right path. Okay. One more time. Or maybe a couple more times. I don't know. It's like we're... Download image. Download image. Download /image /resource name. And then... But it's 404ing immediately. Download image resource name. So let's just reboot both of these. Do a hard refresh over here. We'll try again. Nada. What am I doing wrong? See, like here we have images dot resource name. Here we have image dot resource name. Here we have upload image. Here we have delete image resource name. So what's up? Is it really saying download image resource name is 404? What am I not? I'm not spotting the difference here. Huh. Okay. So, going to Claude. Maybe I do need to... Here, let me try something really quick without... Because we do a lot of this optioning. No, we should be able to just fetch. Oh, might as well try. Yep, nada. Okay. We'll see what Claude has to say. Includes, not include. Okay, fair. But like, okay, it's just telling me nothing really. It's saying it might be on a different, the server might be on a different port or something. But it does point out I put include instead of includes. But I don't think that's the issue. Because we can connect to like every other. It's, yeah, Claude's like, oh, it might be the port. It's not the same port, so it can't connect to the server. But we're obviously connecting to the server. You know, we make all these fetch calls. So why are we 404ing? Hmm. Oh, 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 oh. This is obvious, isn't it? I should have, I should have picked this one up. We are hitting the front end. We're not passing in the server URL. So let's use our built-in get. Yeah. And then let me come back over to the website. We reloaded. Download. Download. I think it might be the slash is throwing us off. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Hell yeah. So it is connecting here now. Although it's not prompting for anything. So I'm probably missing a piece of this puzzle. Somehow. Which is fine. And if I look at my dev tools, it says download file. But it's not prompting download. Okay, so there's a little more to it. We have to digest the response and download it as like a blob. So maybe we'll tackle that next time because I think, 58 minutes. So yeah, we'll tackle that next time. This was part 1 of the 3-dot menu. Thanks.